This is Smallzy Surgery.
Hi, this is Penel.
In Smallzy Surgery on Nova.
Oh my God!
How are you, mate? How are you, Nick?
Well, how are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for making time for me and your LA compound in your big Hollywood Hills mansion. How is that? How's life?
You know, it's very rainy and wet here. It's not the most enjoyable weather, and I'm really having savage FOMO right now for summer in Australia.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but it's also raining and wet here, so you're missing absolutely nothing.
Okay, all right. Well, that's it.
That's it. How is LA life? I mean, it doesn't rain very often there, and I have seen it's been raining for the last week or so.
Yes, we've had what they call weather.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden, and no one knows what to do. Everyone's running around like a chicken with their heads cut off. But yeah, it's besides that, we're just taking it very easy at home and making lots of
I was in LA one time when it rained, and then all these sinkholes just start opening up in the ground. Like everything just goes to shit because the city's not designed to handle rain at all.
No, I mean, it's true. Like all those disaster movies that are based in LA, that's just documentaries that they just like whack like an Avengers logo on, and then
Yeah. Okay, quick. Let's go. 411. How's life been for Penal? You guys, I would imagine, have had just an outrageously successful 2022 beyond wildest expectations and dreams.
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Sure.
It's been real time, but Penal is synonymous with Dadaism or surrealities, you know, and just dreams have been coming true too many times now. It doesn't make any sense, but yeah, I think we're just dizzying through the whole thing, and we get calls all the time now. Like Stevie Wonder wants us to go through his catalog and do stuff, and it's just like this. It's mind blowing. I don't know why this is happening to us. It doesn't make any sense.
Dude, 'cause obviously, I've known you boys for so many years now. And Jennifer Coolidge said something the other day, and this is not to say that you guys have not had success, but on this scale, it's probably, well, you would agree, has never been as wildly successful as what the last 12 to 18 months has been. You never know, right? Like, you think your career does a trajectory and you get comfortable with where you are, and then one thing can happen, and then before you know it, everything is turned upside down again, and then you're heading in another direction that you never thought would ever have happened in your wildest dreams.
Yeah, it truly is a ride. And as long as you stay buckled in,
strapped in, make sure you say strapped in.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're often like, you know, dunking you in water and you're going upside down and all kinds of crazy stuff's happening. So yes, definitely strapped in, and I guess with a mask or something these days. But yeah, it's full on. But it's been wonderful. It's you know, I find it challenging when you have a record of that scale. To be frank, like to come out with what's after Cold Heart, it's challenging.
I'm lucky it's you, not me, because I'd be shitting myself. But you have got a great one. We'll segue into the new track with Troye Sivan, You Know What I Need. Summer banger for back here in Australia. I thoroughly am enjoying it.
Yeah, we love this record.
When did you meet Troye for the first time? How did you pick him for the vocalist? What's the 411 on the track? What can you tell?
We met Troye the first time he came to LA when he had just signed with EMI. So this was the first time he was writing songs. He was already obviously super famous online. And he just came and hung out in my back garden, actually. And studio was pretty basic. There were way too many people in the room. The label got overexcited, and like there was like 7 writers or something. And we didn't come out with like some great song, but it was great to hang out with Troye and just spend time with someone who is truly authentic. And in a town like this, doesn't matter how long you've been here, it's not something you come across very often.
You know what? Can I say also too, on that, people go to LA who I am blessed, I have some very dear friends. They go to LA and I thought, and they were authentic when they were here in Australia, but that town has a way of swallowing people up, and it changes some people. If you're not strong enough and you don't know who you are, you can really get turned upside down by that place.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and you know, it's a powerful temptation here. That carrot, whatever it is, for you to climb up that ladder or whatever. But if the truth is, if you stay authentic, you don't have to do any of the nonsense.
And this is what I love about you, Nick. I don't see you in activewear. I don't see you walking, getting papped with a caramel frappe latte. I mean, he is giving Melbourne, but in LA, and that's what's authentic about you.
Yes, yeah, it is a bit Melbourne here at the moment.
That's
so
it.
yes.
But would we ever catch you dead wearing activewear in the street, some Lululemon or something like that?
No, do they make men's activewear? I suppose they probably do.
Absolutely they do. Absolutely they do. But I just know that you're not wearing it. You're not wearing it.
No, I'm not wearing it. But I do go to the gym. But I find it. Dudes wear these shorts and then they have like activewear under the shorts.
Yeah.
I don't know when that happened, and I don't know where you go and buy that stuff. But I'm also thinking like you get really hot if you had. Or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'm just thinking in my head, I'm that guy that wears the activewear, like the tight leggings underneath the pants, because it stops like your balls bouncing around if you're on the treadmill. That's the it's the
architectural.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. It's more comfort over style when it comes to that there. That's just me.
I think it looks hip though, honestly. I think everyone who wears that stuff looks like they're a pro athlete. And
you know, but also too, I love LA. I'll tell you why I love LA though, is that even in the middle of a Wednesday when you think everyone should be at work, no, the cafes are full with people in their activewear. You constantly think to yourself, does anyone in this town where do they do for a job? What do they do Monday to Friday apart from try to look good for Instagram?
It's that part is very confusing, and it's getting worse. I think
it is getting worse.
All the time.
Yeah. All right. The song "You Know What I Need." Did you write that with? Did that come out of the first writing session with Troy? Was that last year? When did you guys like collaborate and do that?
No, this was different. This we wrote originally. We started the idea with Birmingham born London-based piano player Reuben James and a songwriter from Philadelphia called Kevin Garrett, who writes a bunch of different pop stuff. We came up with the original idea, and Sam and Pete were all in town in LA. We were just in the studio, and it just kind of came out. And then we sat on it for, I think, maybe a year and a half. It was during COVID. Actually, right around the time we were making Cold Heart, and Peter was just going through old hard drives and found this sketch, and just kept banging on about it, saying, "Hey, guys, I think there is something here." And we started sending the files around and messing around with it, and got it to a place that felt really good. I went back in the studio with Reuben, and we retracked the vocal with him doing the lead, and then we were able to entice Troy, and then Troy went in and just made it unbelievable. Obviously sang the lead, but then he wrote all these beautiful parts, and he worked with a really talented guy from Melbourne called Styles Fuego, who's all over the place. He's been doing incredible work. You know, I don't know this stuff, but then you find out that there's a kid in Melbourne who's having hits in America and England and all over the place, and it's like, oh, what? That's so cool. Anyway,
but you also, I don't know about you, but I also think, fuck, I'm old. Shit. There's so much, there's so many things happening that I thought I used to be tapped in, but I am so fucking not tapped in anymore. I don't even know what I don't know anymore.
Yes, exactly. Anyway. But I love working with people for that reason, because you get like a little glimpse. You don't really know what's going on, but you feel like, oh, kind of like got a shard of glass and I saw like, is that what you guys are doing? But yeah.
Nice. Well, it's a banger. We love it already. You Know What I Need with Troye Sivan, Pinal. When are you back in Australia next? Would love to catch up.
I'm not sure. I might be popping in like next month. Just, I don't know. There might be like an Empire. I don't know. Like there might be some things happening.
Okay. All right. Well, watch this space. Let's watch this space. Let's watch this space. If you're back in town, would love to see you in the flesh.
Would love to come in, Smallsy. It's always a pleasure to come and see you guys.
Thank you so much for your time, man. Appreciate it as always. Enjoy the rest of your day. cooking up something there in the studio.
Thanks, Smallsy.
Smallsy Surgery.
Is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.